What da dang your hot dang your hot what da dang dang and God dang your hot dang your oh what da dang dang. This is the voice. The voice of the Patriot, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't compromise, and here remember, my brother, my sister, we are never neutral because we have taken sides. Yes, the sides of the truth. My brother, my sister, this is the voice of the Patriot. I remember here, we don't criticize, but if we must, we would only criticize, oh my God, to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of the Patriot, and my name, Blakk Rasta. Now today we have a number of issues to look at, and I'm going to go straight to the point. The first issue we're looking at today is taken from Ghana Web, and it says GTEC wants 2 MPs. Public figures for using on-end professor and doctor titles. And I read, now the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, has extended its ongoing campaign to clamp down on the misuse of on-end academic titles to include members of Ghana's parliament, according to a graphiconline.com report. Now, as of Monday, June 16, 2025, 2 members of parliament and a prominent public official have received official notices from the commission urging them to stop using honorary academic titles without proper academic justification. Now, the report detailed that GTEC has formally written to Phyllis Na Koyu Okuno, the member of parliament for Wutu-Senya East, and Desmond de Graft Patu, the MP for Gomwa East, both representing constituencies in the central region. Now, these correspondences instructed them to cease the use of the title doctor in an official and public communication, or in all official and public communications, due to the absence of verifiable academic credentials supporting their use. Now, my brother, my sister, it is only in my country where stark illiterates call themselves professors. And when you address them and do not use those titles, they get angry and they insist. I know radio broadcasters, my brother, my sister, who decided to call themselves doctors because they had some honorary doctorate degrees from some fake universities that never existed. In my country, we have journalists who are not worth their salt. They don't research, they do nothing. A lot of journalists in this country, my brother, my sister, are comedians. All they do is to crack filthy jokes on radio and on TV. And surprisingly, they have a following for the nonsense that they spew on radio and TV. My brother, my sister, I am not going to waste time going into names, but straight to the point. Because in the past, we refused to take note of this and allow just any Tom, Dick, and Harry to call himself or herself Dr. this and Dr. that. This has worsened. It has escalated. I remember when Jerry John Rawlings a few years ago was at the UDS in Yankala, and he was given an honorary doctorate. The man, all his life, though he accepted the title, refused to use it. It's honorary, my brother, my sister. There are a lot of people, my brother, my sister, who wish that they had the titles. But if wishes were horses, my brother, my sister, and burgers will all ride. If you want it, earn it. If you need it, earn it. Today, my brother, my sister, as we sit, this nonchalance and lack of acting on this thing has escalated to the point where we have people on radio and TV calling themselves medical doctors. Now they have moved away from PhDs to medical doctors. And Sansadali is one such person, such a dirty criminal. She sat on TV and told the whole world that she was a medical doctor. My brother, and people believe her because we live in a country where everything is shrouded in secrecy and irresponsibility. Where are all the journalists, my brother, my sister, who call themselves doctors and have never even finished SHS? Where are all those on TV who parade themselves as medical doctors? You see illiterates on TV selling some kinds of medicines, calling themselves doctors. And we allow that because TV must make money, radio must make money. So any careless human being can go on radio and TV and say anything at all as long as they pay money. My brother, my sister, where is the decency? And Sansadali went all the way to get an appointment from no mean person than the President of the Republic of Ghana. What an embarrassment. The President made it clear that he was interested in getting ladies to occupy very responsible positions. Unfortunately, Ansan Sadali is not a lady. She's a dirty criminal. After she was smoked out of a dirty hole, rat hole, my brother, my sister, she came out telling the whole world that, oh, she's a native doctor. What an insult. If she was languishing in jail, my brother, my sister, I wonder if she would have had the effrontery to tell us, oh, if you are worried about my use of doctor, then I am a native doctor. What an insult to the integrity of this country. I wonder why she's still walking around. And I hear she has some people who support her. Even Satan has fans and supporters. I'm not surprised. She has supporters too. Let us be serious as a nation. If you need it, earn it. If you want to be called doctor, grab the PhD by racking your brains, not sitting in some dirty corner and concocting evil and plans to subvert the cause of justice and decency. Hansa Sadali is still walking around talking. And she has people who support her. Even Wontumi has people who support him. Let alone Anne. My brother, my sister, as if that was not enough, there was another guy who called himself Rashid Computer. And he went around telling people he was called Computer by a certain white teacher who saw him to be so brilliant that, in fact, she equated or equalized his thinking ability to the computer at a time that computers were not even common in this country. Self-praising, dirty criminal. Tell us whether you have that degree or not. You all want to occupy high positions by virtue of the fact that you supported some little political party. When it comes to time to be responsible, these people are not ready. It hurts me, my brother. They have made the PhD nonsensical and non-existential. They have made the PhD, my brother, my sister, and nothing to talk home about. How many youths are thinking about a PhD now? No, they are thinking about the Galamsey fields. They are thinking about getting a visa so they can jackpot. Nobody is thinking about a PhD anymore because idiots and criminals have inundated the PhD space. And it's time for the nation to talk. I am glad that GTEC is talking. When Rashid Computer, who I prefer to call Rashid Frauduta because he's a fraudulent, dirty criminal, was smoked out, what did he say? he will not answer to idiots. The same idiots voted your party into power. Yes, some of us idiots voted your party into power. Some of us idiots made sure that your party came into power. Today you are rubbing it into our eyes, calling us the idiots that we are. You won't answer to us. My brother, this is so annoying. Sometimes I wish that I could take them back to 1979, when some of these idiots could be shaved dry with blunt cutlasses and broken bottles and whipped naked at Gonda barracks. Right after that, they would tie them to a stake and allow flexible bullets to journey through their brains. That's if they have brains at all. I am angry. My brother, my sister, now it has moved away from these people and it has gone to the Parliament of Ghana. People who are supposed to be making laws for us, they also are parading themselves in the palanquins of PhDs. My brother, my sister, what a shame. If you need it, earn it. We have a lot of fraudulent people in our communities. Somebody was called a doctor at, in fact, Social Security and National Insurance Trust. One Caleb something. I don't remember the rest of the name. What happened to that guy? The guy who stole so much money from the nation through some computer, whatever. The same computer nonsense. He claimed he had a PhD from a university that never existed, or existed and unexisted. That guy Caleb is still walking around because some people have muted the case. What is happening to our country? We allow charlatans, my brother, my sister, to rub hot pepper into our eyes. What are they doing about Ansan Sadali? Maybe a DR, which people think is doctor, is dirty riffraff. Maybe that's what it means. Please work this out. Now the next thing I want to look at is also taken from Ghana Web, and it says international investigators tracking Wontumi. And this is Deputy Attorney General revealing foreign investigative partners are actively pursuing Ashanti Regional NPP Chairman Bernard Nchibosiakon, also known as Chairman Wontumi, over suspected criminal activities related to his business and personal dealings, according to Deputy Attorney General Dr. Justice Sremsai. Left to Chairman Wontumi alone, everybody should be illiterate in this country. It doesn't pay to be literate. In the dictionary of Chairman Wontumi, everybody must be illiterate, careless and irresponsible like he is. I have 4 radio stations. I have 6 online stations. I am your boss. Blakk Rasta, you are a dirty guy. I am your boss. It's only in these times that dirty guys like this claim they are clean. And I'm speaking tongue in cheek. This guy was arrested a few days ago while I was somewhere in Jamaica or Canada. My brother, my sister, this was the guy who spoke so terribly about John Dramani Mahama, who is now president. How Mahama did whatever is so nauseating I can't even repeat that on radio. I apologize to those who don't know what this illiterate of an irresponsible being said. My brother, my sister, so nauseating. If Mahama did nothing at all, my brother, my sister, he was a president of this nation. You do not say unfounded things about your nation's former leader. Mahama never responded, but well-meaning people responded and said, my brother, it looks like the power that you have has gotten into your head and you are talking like somebody with no brains at all. In fact, you have no head. A headless jack. Today, my brother, my sister, it has come out that international investigative journalists who are referred to as here as partners are investigating Chairman Wontumi. His party gave him a blank check into the destruction of the forests of this country. A blank check into the wanton destruction of the lives of people in this country. My brother, my sister, this is Chairman Wontumi. He was arrested so he could answer some very vital questions. And we had irresponsible MPs who went and sat on their bare, dirty buttocks to demean the importance of democracy in this country. Now I understand why some people can be called radicals. Because if you want your country to move forward, and you see some of these guys behaving like headless jacks, NPP people, stand up. Mun sorry yo, NPP phone sorry yo. Ade, eminya Ghana ni. Ah, da bena we are Ghana ni. We are Ghana ni a obe saying so. We are Ghana ni a obe say Ghana sase. Agudie kakra obe nyanti. What saying so? What say Ghana? My brother, my sister, I am glad that there's something called power change. This guy became overly pompous and thought he was so powerful to the point that he said he had his own empire in the Ashanti region. Today, you are calling MPP people to rise. I don't know how many people saw the importance and how many people read it clearly. He cannot call on well-meaning Ghanaians. He can only call on his cohorts, partners in crime, the NPP. Did you read that? He was not calling well-meaning, sensible Ghanaians to come to his aid. He was calling on the NPP, his partners in crime. And there you had minority, micro-minority leader. He went and sat down there, in fact, doing yoga in the hot African sun. What an insult to yogists. My brother, my sister, today Chairman Wontumi is begging Mahama to have mercy on him. It's not for Mahama to have mercy on you. It's for the people of Ghana to get justice. Mahama might have the power to set you free, but posterity will judge Mahama if he sets you irresponsibly free. And I'm glad that all these criminals, one after the other, are being smoked out of their rat holes, one after the other. Kobna Edubuahen, it has also come out that he was involved in some stolen cars and all that. These are the people who one day will tell my children, Mu papa and Bobra. Mu papa no radio sooner or kasa se bodam fo or shin we no na wa be kasa ti se obia sebi oni adwene bia. Sebo ma hu se mu bre. Yes, I'm a because in my country, nobody gives any regard to common sense and hard work. Hard work never pays. It is treachery, irresponsibility, and robbery that are the dictators of this country's success. If you agree with me, say yes, Rasta. If not so, why should somebody like Wontumi have money at all? Come there, do boy, gift or worry. And all these people, they should be the poorest in this country. Because all they do is to sit back and rob the populace. My brother, if crime, listen to me attentively, if crime was an invention, Ghanaians would have been on the list, the topmost part of the list of inventors. Should I say it again? If crime and criminality, my brother, were inventions, Ghanaians would be number one on the list of inventions. Every aspect of criminality we find ourselves in with our brothers, the Nigerians. Stealing left, right, and center. And I'll give credit to my Nigerian brethren. They top the list. Why? If you have a brain that can think so deep, why don't you use that to invent things that will change your nation? No, you rather use it to cheat and to steal. That means the day that Satan rested, in fact, the day that God rested, that was the day Satan sneaked into the factory for creating human beings and created these two nations. I'll leave it here. My producer says I have 1 more minute. I'm going to deal with this in just 1 minute and I'll be done. Now this one I'm also reading from Ghana Web, and it says, Ken Ofori-Atta will recover in 3 months. Wife speaks after cancer surgery. And I read, Professor Angela Ofori-Atta, wife of the embattled former Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, has revealed that her husband is expected to recover fully within 3 months following his recent cancer surgery, provided all goes well. Listen to that. Provided all goes well during the post-operative period. Speaking in an interview on Joy FM on Monday, June 16, Professor Ofori-Atta, a clinical psychologist and lecturer at the University of Ghana Medical School, said her husband is recovering steadily. We know that he has quite a bit of pain. We know that he has to walk gingerly. And we know that he has to ensure his wounds don't get infected. These are just some of the things one has to deal with after surgery. I think the doctors expect significant improvement over time once the wounds heal. There will be a period of about 3 months of observation, and hopefully, if all goes well, recovery will be complete. My prayer for anybody who has stolen the money of this country, my prayer for anybody who has taken Ghanaians through hell, is that they never recover. It doesn't matter what kind of cancer they have. I pray for more cancer for them. I pray for coccidiosis for them. I pray for all the deadly diseases that we have in this world for them. And that is not to say that I am mentioning one specific name. If you are a member of this list, or better still, an element, my brother, my sister, in this set, my prayer for you stands. Amen. Ken Ofori-Atta has taken this nation for granted. And the wife is irresponsibly talking like somebody who doesn't care about this country. You were sitting there. Your husband was the finance minister. Where is the so-called woman power? You couldn't talk to your husband to be able to vote some budgetary money into building hospitals. And you are a key player in the hospital business. You are a professor. You are a medical doctor. Now your husband is sick and you are not even ashamed that your own country cannot deal with it. He has to go to America. He has to go to England, Japan, China for treatment. And you are sitting here. Oh, come for Bonnie. Come for Bonnie. Come for Bonnie. I'm so ashamed of this woman. Look at her. She's here speaking big English. In fact, I don't want to venture into a complexion. I would have gone haywire. I'll leave it there. These are people who do not even care about our country because they are half white and half black. Anytime they can be white, where they will not even be accepted, like it happened to Mahatma Gandhi in South Africa. We'll talk that history later. You are a medical doctor. Your husband was dealing with this country so fraudulently. He ran this country's economy aground. He never listened to anybody when we told him he was sick. Please step aside so somebody else can take your place. Because of greed, he refused. He said, though he was sick, he will still run. Today we need you to represent the country. You are telling us you are sick. So you decide when you are sick and decide when you are not. Can you think about this any further? And this is his wife. Oh, he will be back after 3 months if everything goes if, and bad, if, bad, if, bad. A trillion of ifs and a trillion of buts. What do they take this country for? Again, I wish this was in 79. All these people would have been paraded for the public to stand and watch whilst triggers were pulled and bullets rattled out of guns and journeyed smoothly within their brains, and they will be buried in unmarked graves. I thank God we don't live in those days anymore. It's annoying, brethren. You are with these criminal guys all this while. You never said anything when they were on their criminal spree. Now that the long arms of the law are coming after them, you have a trillion alibis for them. My brother, my sister, what are we doing to our country? What happened to the Cecilia Dapa issue? A+, what happened to A+'s bribery issue with Zoom Lion? I hear Zoom Lion, as for them, their thing has been cancelled. My producer is signaling me. He says,